I remember when I came in New York, when I came in Williamsburg, I didn't like it. That time in Williamsburg, 88, 87, 88 was not like this. Oh, wow. I said, all right, I have to stay a couple of months and then I leave. So I rented an apartment there, 6-family house, about $240. And the owner...
$240 a month you're paying.
A month.
Yeah.
The,
Nice.
the owner had tried to sell the building, six family. And for $100,000, he couldn't sell it. They sold a couple years ago, a few millions.
Oh, yeah.
At the building, he don't even put nails on the wall. It was the way it was before, was even now. So the location went up.
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, Williamsburg is, it's gotten completely insane. Like, you can't even do anything on Bedford Avenue, where even you go back 7 years ago, you know what I mean? Or 10 years ago, it was cheap.
I want to tell you something funny. I remember, when I came here, before I came, there were some Italian club, the dance, before, the late 80s.
Disco.
So I went there, you met some girl, this is before I met my wife. I said, where do you live? I was ashamed to say I live in Williamsburg.
Really?
Yeah, I said, no, I live in...
What were you saying?
Greenpoint.
Yeah.
I was ashamed because Williamsburg was not the right place to live.
Right.
So see how it changed in New York fast?
Yeah, man. I mean, New York has changed a lot. I'm all for like making New York scary again. You know what I'm saying? Bring down the real estate prices to a reasonable level and everything. Like I'm cool with scary New York. But yeah, it's I mean, I tell people all the time, they almost don't believe me where I say like now today Williamsburg is probably the strongest Italian community in all of New York City. Just because, in my old neighborhood, I grew up between Jersey and Gravesend my whole life. And, you go to Bed-Stuy, it's all Chinese, the same with Gravesend and this and that. And in Williamsburg, a lot of people moved away, obviously. I know a lot of guys who still own the buildings, but they moved to Middle Village, and that's where they live. But they're still there all the time. And, the pork store, it's still there.
My friend Jerry's there.
Jerry's there. Mario's there. Mario Zolo's there. You got his nephew's got the fish shop across the street. You got
the pastry shop.
The pastry shop Fortunato's. You know what I mean? So it's still, you can walk around and kind of have all these things, even though the neighborhood has changed greatly, where... if you go to Arthur Avenue, no one lives in Arthur Avenue that's Italian, basically. If you go to Bed-Stuy now, there's still some guys left, but it's very few, and the stores are becoming even fewer.
This is one of the reasons I never moved from that neighbor. Because, you see, I always work in the city, in Manhattan, but was so close to go to work in the city because the subway is right there. But also, so I grew up even if I started in Rome for so many years, basically, my mentality is more farmers and more from a small village. And for me, when you just go out, you in the morning, and you see your neighbor, I had the feeling to live in my village because I know everybody in the state. And there is no more beautiful thing than the morning when you get up, you go outside your door, and you say good morning to somebody else. Somebody say good morning to you.
Yeah, no,
that's the kind 100%. Of thing that's the kind of thing has no price. Especially when you know that you more or less you know all of them. It's a kind of thing you just live in the village. In the meantime, in the 2 stops of the subway, you are in the middle of Manhattan.
No, yeah.
So that was a fascinating me. That's the reason I stayed there for so many years, and after the neighborhood change, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they got rich off of that too. I know a lot of guys that just because they had the house, you know what I mean? They turned into millionaires overnight. It's amazing.
But listen, in the meantime, some people, they say, when I go in Italy, I describe this kind of story about Williamsburg. Sometimes they say, yeah, but they say, but I went there, but the house is nothing special. Listen, I know it's nothing special, the house, because it's a box. It's like a Picasso. It's like you own a Picasso. You can have a piece of canvas of Picasso. I say, yeah, but there's nothing. It's not, yeah, but the signature is Picasso's signature.
Right.
That's where it is. So own a piece of property that is like own a piece of Picasso.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, you have the farm upstate, which is like, you know, and I'm saying my all-time dream is to be in New Jersey or something with a few acres, maybe 10, 15 acres. But I mean, you could have that too. You know what I mean? You could go like to your country, like Williamsburg, you live in Rome. And then you have your country house, you know what I mean?
No, I have this is for 22 years because, you know, at one point in my life that, you know, when the family start to be bigger, we need a place for the weekend. So I got a good opportunity to buy this piece of property with a big house, a farmhouse, with a guest house, you know. Over the years, you know, you fix this, you fix that, you know, and we did good things.
Well, I'm looking forward to going up there, but I mean, you're doing some amazing things up there. We have like you're doing charcuterie up there. You're doing you do wine sometimes.
No. We don't do
anymore?
No. I didn't do wine. I didn't do wine.
But you do.
Wine.
You've done before.
Yeah, I did that before. But you know, I just buy the grapes. You know.
But what is that blue Sardinia liqueur that you do?
No, that's called Caso Marzo.
Okay.
Caso Marzo is a cheese with the worm inside. But no, this is our own, basically a smuggler from Italy here.
Wait, this is a cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. Not the blue liqueur.
The blue liqueur? Oh, that's a
Sardinian
Mirto.
one.
That's a Mirto. Mirto is from blueberries.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was the other one, the cheese. Because, you know, I do so many things, sometimes I get confused. Yeah, I let it taste last time the Mirto. Mirto is an liquor made from an infusion made from blueberries.
Yeah.
Mediterranean blueberries. There are so many kind of blueberries. But the Mediterranean blueberries they are much lower, shorter, and the leaves they have a flavor.
Okay.
Flavor the leaves. So the more aromatic things, you infuse it with alcohol or vodka. No. And you can make a delicious liquor. It's like a limoncello.
It's like a blueberry limoncello,
yeah, blueberry
basically.
limoncello.
Wow.
Basically, is that.
And then, I mean, I know you do the cheese up there. You're doing the charcuterie and the black garlic and all that. Let's, yeah, here we go. There's, so what is this picture?
This is with my friends. We kill and pork, you know, but we do this all.
Did you raise this pig?
I can raise this.
No, but I'm saying, tell me the story. Like
no, this is just a friend of mine.
For the farm?
A friend of mine has a farm.
Okay.
Usually this guy before when I met the first time he said, "All right, Giuseppe, but you know, you come over here. I can kill for you." No. The beauty of the thing, the fun of the thing is I have to do for myself.
Right.
That's the thing. So So I said, what is funny about kill a pig? If you don't know, there's nothing funny.
Right.
It can be cruel.
Yeah.
But for me, I grew up in this kind of environment. Kill a pig, we did during the winter time, was a family reunion, friends reunion, and it was a more religious rite. Like, you know, everybody has their own duty to do it. Mm-hmm. There was that guy cut just sharpen the knife. There was that guy, the woman, they clean around. And there was another guy that just carried the hot water to shave the pig.
Right.
There was the main guy that they gave instruction. So it was a kind of religious things. And at the end, at night, everybody will stay together and we had a nice dinner. And it's a way to socialize.
Yeah, but all the I've actually seen this at Cosenza happening. It was amazing. But every night for because the whole town would do it at the same time at this town I was in. Yeah. And every night they would have a feast, and it would be like these salads with the fried pig ears in them, and all the different parts of the pig they weren't using for charcuterie. They would cook because it's you had
But
to do.
I want to tell a funny story about
Tell me.
how I started to make this kind of traditional thing on my phone.
Yeah.
Long time ago, like 18 years ago, I was a manager Metro D in a big place in Manhattan
Okay.
for so many years.
What was it called?
Cellino restaurant.
Cellino.
Yeah, it's on 54th Street between Madison and Park.
What was it, like Italian, Roman?
Italian.
Specific
No,
type
no,
of
it was no, just
just high-end Italian food. Okay.
High-end Italian. So I had these people for so many years that work with me there. But my favorite dessert is a sanguinaccio. Sanguinaccio is a black pure made from pig's blood.
Okay.
When I came in America, I was able to buy in some Italian pastry shop. But after I disappeared. Mm-hmm. So I cannot buy I couldn't find the blood. I couldn't find to make it. So you know what? I want to kill my own pig.
Right.
So, and I bought a pig. We kill it, and also I invited all my friends, all those people for the restaurant.
And this is up here. You're
over
doing
there,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
And we started a tradition. All the people that work for me, we only eat about pigs. So the second year, my friend, they bring other friends. They bring the family. There was a kid. My kids that time it was small. There was the son of my friend Terry came. He enjoyed a lot. The day after, went to school, and the teacher asked him, "What did you do this weekend?" But we went in the farm, and there is friend. We get the pig, So he described our town. All right. So the teacher called the parents. Said, "Listen, I think you have to stay closer to your son because I think you confuse the fantasy with the reality." So that's I think that was funny.
That's hilarious. So what was the blood? What was it? A blood sausage that you were?
No. We don't. You can make with the sausage, but basically it's a dessert. Looks like Nutella. You mix the blood with milk.
Okay.
Sugar, cinnamon, other stuff, and you make a nice pudding.
Pudding. Oh yeah, it's like an actual sweet blood pudding.
Yeah. He has a stronger flavor. But if you don't know what is it, you never find out what is it. But
Right.
I put on the menu years ago, and I tell customer what was it. And somebody enjoy, but now no, we have to be politically correct, and I still make it, but I don't sell. I just give it for free to some customer. They enjoy. Right. I give it for free. Some of my friends, because in the past I had some problem with customers, because they ordered. There wasn't the menu. They ordered that, and I passed by. I say, "Oh wow, you like it? Yeah. You know what it is? Explain to you what it is." "Yeah, what is it?" I explained to them what was it.
And they get grossed out.
Yeah, because they were vegan, the thing. So I had to give a lot of, in the past I had to give a lot of free dinner. Free dinner. So I don't want to do anymore.
Right. I hear you. So, what's the dish called one more time?
Sanguinaccio.
Sanguinaccio. I got to look this up. I got to have this sometime. So, do you got it right there?
I do.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Sanguinaccio dolce.
That one is my picture. That one.
Oh, so you're right. It's almost. It's almost like like a Nutella. It's like and then what is that other side?
That's called bugie. It's a kind of
like a fried.
Yeah, it's fried thing.
Deep fried like bread, crispy. Dip it
they
in.
use is a seasonal dessert.
Oh, look! Dessert appears in the TV series Hannibal as a favorite of Hannibal Lecter. Yeah. You know Hannibal Lecter? You know about Hannibal Lecter?
With this recipe, I was on, Mimi Sheraton. She was the she was the for 30 years food critic for New York Times.
Okay.
And she made a few years ago. She made a video. She made a book, like 1,000 food to eat before you died. Was a bestseller.
Oh yeah.
I
I've heard of
was
this
there.
book.
They called me. They gave me free books. That I was there with this dish and other dish too.
You were in the book.
In the book. I'm in the book. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So yeah. So what and with the charcuterie and shit, like, so you're saying that you started it back when your kids were small, like on the farm, and then I mean, what kind of products do you do? Are you still doing?
But yeah, we still do, except this year for the pandemic. We don't do that much.
Not that much. Yeah.
Not that much because we had different kind of. The business changed a little bit because we do a lot to go. Some of those items they don't go to go.
Right.
But charcuterie for me was because I grew up with every year we kill 2 pigs for the family.
Right.
Because that was the only way to preserve the meat during the year. Or you do smoking, or you do dry cure. Mm-hmm. We did the dry cure, Mediterranean area, all the dry cure. So every year we did the prosciutto, we did the supersata, sausage, pancetta, which is dry bacon, capicollo, all the stuff there. Cool. Just for our family to eat during the rest of the year.
Which is beautiful.
Which is beautiful.
I mean? I've always wondered when it comes to charcuterie, what's that like pink salt stuff? Do you have to use that? Like, because every book I read is like, you gotta buy this pink salt. And then I'm thinking like, did they have this pink salt in like the 1800s? Like,
pink salt is a kind of called Praga powder. It's a nitrate.
Okay.
It's a nitrate. It's an artificial thing. They use it for to preserve the meat and also to give it a nice red colors.
Okay.
But it's not natural. So when they charcuterie all those kind of cure meat, they commercialize, like you don't do any more artisanal way. They use that one. I never use it. And
so how do? You just do you take the leg, you butcher the leg. Let's say the leg.
First thing that see, the pork has a lot of bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to kill bacteria is with the salt at the cold temperature,
right?
Low temperature. That's the reason the pigs they used to kill the pig to make the charcuterie during the winter time.
Right.
During the winter time.
Yeah, after Christmas, right?
In the time. So they use only salt, but for thousands and thousands a year, even before the Roman.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so you take the leg and then you have a big bucket full of salt and then you just put in the salt.
Usually, what you do there is you take the legs. You see more or less how big is the leg, what thickness of the leg, and you cover with the salt on the bottom, and if it's usually if it's around the 20-pound leg, it's like 3 weeks.
3 weeks inside all the salt.
Under the salt, making sure that after a couple of days that the salt goes, because you have to cover it all the time. If it's bigger, like 28, or you do the 4 weeks.
Okay.
But after a little while, more or less how long it takes to
kind of dry out.
To salt, not cure, because it doesn't because the salt has to go everywhere, has to penetrate.
It has to penetrate the whole meat.
Everywhere. So it penetrates from the bottom, from the top.
Mm-hmm.
There is a mathematical thing say that more or less is each inch takes 1 week.
Okay.
The thickness takes 1 week. But don't forget, you got from the top, another one from the bottom. So the penetration basically is
happening at
1 week is 2 inches.
Okay.
So there is if you want to use a more scientific
and then
method.
So you're doing that before?
You do this, those legs in America, pigs, they are more around 22 pounds. We do after 3 weeks, we wash it. I wash it and
wash the salt off.
Wash the salt off. We season it. Very simple. Season is just season with the black pepper and paprika.
Okay.
making sure that cover everything, and you put in to dry.
So you hang it up.
Hang it up in the
And in your house, you have them hanging up by the kitchen. I think we got like
no,
a
my
picture of that.
my kitchen. I use a system. I use my system. I do the salt in the basement, the dry in the kitchen, big kitchen.
Okay.
For 1 week, more or less 1 week. Set the temperature is around. Is in the winter time around 50, something like that.
50 something.
50.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah. And after that, you
Yeah,
put in.
look at this. Yeah, that's it. That's Giuseppe's kitchen right there. Look at all the.
And
Looks like cheeses too hanging up, no? Or no? It looks like, I don't know.
and after that, you have to put in a cure chamber. Cure chamber is another place where you keep the temperature for 55 degrees.
Okay.
And the best is to control the humidity, 75%.
You want 75%
75% humidity and the fit around.
So
50.
where do you do that? And how long
But
do you say 50?
I create a kind of environment in this farmhouse
Okay.
on the attic at perfect isolate the thing. In the summertime, I use an fridge. I use an air condition,
Right.
which I love. No, making sure that it's 55 degrees, around 55 degrees.
So you hang it up in the attic where it's like colder.
Very
for-
cold
in the
because
wintertime
I
for
isolate.
about 60
I put
days.
insulation everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got 2 windows there. Sometimes I check that. I control the temperature even with the window. We don't put in even with the window because I check how much is the temperature.
Right.
This way the meat can breathe.
Sure.
So I have a special Wi-Fi there. I can even check for from here.
Oh, you could check.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
Everything.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I check the temperature and that's the temperature's there tonight is.
That's the amazing thing about the time we live in, like the
Yeah.
technology we have. Like it's easy
But-
to forget that even 30, 40 years ago there wasn't as much air conditioning. And when I go to Italy, it's hard to find air conditioning. Like a
But
lot
listen,
of places
I
in
like
the small towns.
I'm a guy on the past from the past because on the past, I like those kind of the old tradition.
Right.
But I'm very in the future.
I'm exactly the
Very
same
into
way
that.
because you
I'm
can
in
take
the
these
future.
past things,
Yeah.
it makes them a lot easier
Yeah.
to do, and then you could do them more. Which